What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be sharing the shocking yet reality of baking, because everyone does baking videos and they are like quick, simple, to the point, and the reality of it is it's just not that simple. You have to measure, you have to really think about it, and you have the concept of preheating the oven and timing it and then washing all the dishes, and nobody shows that part of it because nobody wants to see that part. Well, in this video I'm going to be sharing that part of baking. So currently I do have some dishes that need to be washed. This is all the dishes that need to be washed right now, and it's because I had pizza for lunch, and yeah, so that's there. And then over here I have eggs that I need to wash up first and then second, and then I have a couple dishes that need to be put away from first thing this morning. So yeah, so without anything else, I'm just going to get into the reality of baking. So let's go. So I'm going to be baking brownies, and I'm hoping y'all be able to see everything that I'm doing, but probably not. So I've got my trusty step stool because I'm short. I'm going to get everything that I need out for baking. So let's see. I'm actually following a recipe on the back of the Great Value Baking Cocoa. We're going to follow this recipe that's back here. And it is butter, sugar, cocoa, which is right here, salt, vanilla extract. I have like everything in here. Okay. We got our vanilla, 2 eggs, and all-purpose flour. So I'm pretty sure I have everything. And then you're gonna need some Pam, or you can use butter, whatever. I'm using Pam. I like it better. So that's it. Okay, so we're gonna start by preheating the oven. It says preheat the oven to 325. So for me to do that, I have to take off all my pretty oven stovetop covers because I don't want them to burn. So you just move them over here, so where they're out of the way, I don't have to worry about anything. And yeah, next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and mop up that mess already. Haven't even started, but that's reality. And then I have a basket right here for all kinds of trash, and then the basket will get cleaned. So that's going to sit right here. Okay, so we got the oven preheating at 325. Okay, so now we need to grease an 8x8 square baking pan. That's what we're going to do now. Here's my baking pan. Look how pretty it is, and I'm about to ruin it. Alright, so how I do this, I'm not worried about making a mess because I'm about to clean this entire counter when I'm done anyways. So I'm just gonna, I know it seems like a lot of grease, but it's really, really not. Then I'm gonna take a paper towel. I'm gonna fold it until we wind up with this, and we're just gonna make sure we get the sides of all of this. You do not want it to stick. So now I'm just rubbing it all across. Again, going over the sides again. And that's pretty much that. Alright, next we're supposed to melt some butter in a microwave safe bowl or container. But we're going to melt 10 tablespoons of butter. That's a lot of butter. So I have a plate cover that we are going to use in the microwave as well. We need a big bowl because that's a lot of butter. So here's our butter. We are using Country Crock's original butter. I love this butter. So 10 tablespoons is a lot of butter. So we're just gonna pretty much wing it. Who else hates that sound? We're gonna use another spoon. Okay, so this is gonna be a lot of butter. Once all of it is melted, I will measure it out. All 10 tablespoons, as aggravating as it is. Okay, so it's gonna be good. So I'll set this back in there and just cover it. This is all the butter that we have in here right now. It's a lot of butter. I'm gonna cover it with the microwave container just for 30 seconds. And get measuring spoon. Okay, so I'm not sure what is on this. Like, why? So all those are gonna be washed. I don't trust it. Luckily, I have more measuring cups and spoons. Okay. So I'm just gonna carefully remove this and stir it. So I'm grabbing yet another paper towel to set the spoon on. Alright, next thing we need is sugar, cocoa, and salt. So sugar. Okay. Now we're gonna need a big bowl to do this all in, and a sifter. I'm using just this old-fashioned one. Don't really need it so much for the sugar, but I use it anyways. I'm gonna move stuff out of the way so y'all can see a little bit more. Okay, so for the sugar, it says you need 1 1/4 cup of sugar. So this in here is 1 cup. And then for a 1/4 cup, we're just gonna get it out of here. And that should be it for the sugar. Okay, so there's the sugar. Yes, my hands are clean, for those wondering. Then it wants baking cocoa, which is 3/4 cup. Yeah. So we're just gonna use the sugar container. Being very careful because I do not want to waste a lot of cocoa. There's one. There's 2. And last one. So I'm making a mess, but that's okay. I'm also going to use this little wooden spatula to get all this in here. And what I can't get through the sifter, I will just have to throw in the trash. That's all of it. Alright, perfect. Next, I believe, is salt. Let's just double check. Salt, yeah. And it just wants half a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to measure out the salt just because that's crazy. So half a teaspoon is about that much. Alright, and then it just says to mix that in. So we're just going to use our spatula. I'll set that to the side. I'm going to grab a whisk. Here we go. Make this a little bit easier. Alright, now we blend in the sugar. Oh, no. Stir in vanilla. Alright, for vanilla, it wants half a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to measure that. It's not a lot of vanilla, but I mean, you do what it wants. So we're just going to stir that in. And then it says beat in 1 egg at a time. And it wants 2 large eggs. Alright, so for this, we have fresh eggs, so we have to bust them in here to make sure that they're good. So we're going to share that. It wants 2 large eggs, so there's 1 large, there's 2 large. And I always get an eggshell, but I have a trick for this. You ready? So what we do is we're going to get your finger wet like this, and we're just going to put it in where the eggshell is, and it will come right out like that. Neat little trick. Okay, so we're going to beat in 1 egg, and then we'll add in the second one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add the second one in here. Okay. do the water trick again because I cannot get it with just my finger. So this is the only part I hate about using this, is everything sticks to it. I'm just going to read the instructions a little bit. Alright, almost done. And that's the color I'm going for. Next to add is sugar. No, add flour. I already added sugar. Add flour. Flour is half a cup of all-purpose flour. I hope I have half a cup. Alright, so we got half a cup right here. I'm going to put this back up. I'm going to use the sifter again to make sure that I don't have any clumps. All right. So now is about the time where I'd be getting my mixer out. So it is really, really stiff right now. Okay. So that is almost all the way mixed in. I'm not mixing it all the way in just yet. The reason is there's still stuff to do. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in pecans because that's it for that. Wait a minute, I forgot the butter. Yep, need 10 tablespoons of butter. I was supposed to add that in before I done the sugar and everything. That's where I mess up every single time, but it always tastes fine. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to do just a little pinch extra. And that was actually a perfect amount. Like, there's barely any left, so I did really good this time. So that was good. Okay, now this is starting to look like the correct consistency. Alright, I do not want to pour it in the pan this watery, so I'm just going to keep mixing. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to add in some pecans, just because I like the extra crunch. Before I add that, I'm going to go ahead and put this butter away. Alright, now we're just going to add in the pecans. These are just great value pecans, nothing expensive, nothing fancy. So I'm just going to crunch them up a little bit in my hand. These are cold, and I think that is a very, very good trick to baking. Use cold pecans or cold nuts of any kind, and it just helps it, I think, so the nuts don't burn. Let's see how that looks. Then we'll add a lot more. Yeah. So I'm just winging how much I'm putting in here. There's no set amount, it's just a taste. We're a pecan bam. Oh, I just dropped that in. Mix that in again. That's going to be perfect. You don't want too many pecans in here, but you want enough to where you can taste them. So I'm going to sit this back up. Ooh, no, I'm not. I'm going to roll this back up. The zipper actually came on. Okay. And that's all there is for that. I'm going to grab another spoon. Try to do this where y'all can see. We're just dumping it all in this pan. I'm just tilting this up so I can bake all this together. Alright, now this is just me. I always wind up with batter on my hand. Gonna make that level. It's supposed to bake for, I think, 20 minutes. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and set the timer first. And as that timer is getting started, we're just gonna throw this in. Alright, now we clean. This is the part that nobody talks about because nobody wants to know about the cleaning process. But what I do is I go ahead and wash my hands first. Alright. We're going to put the dishes away that are clean. Then I know my eggs need to be washed, but I want to wash the dishes up first. So I'm going to move these all in a line. Just in the order that I need to wash them. There we go. We're going to rinse the sink out. So we're just going to get that started. I'll splash water on my glasses. While that's filling up, we're going to put all this baking ingredients away after wiping them off. Don't want to put anything away in the cabinets that's dirty. Add some cold water to that, because that's really hot. Add a lot of cold water to that. Now from here, what I always do is I rinse in the opposite sink first. I usually only do this when I bake brownies, just because I don't want the water to turn black. Alright, anything that didn't mess with the brownies can go in here. I'll take this apart so I can get a really thorough clean. Got this plate in here. Rinse this off. Getting the rest of this stuff over here. It needs to get rinsed. Dishes. Got one more big one I need to rinse, and that's this one. This is going to be the last one I wash. I'm going to add some soap to it and some water. And that should help loosen all of that chocolate off of it. Now we just rinse the sink back out. Now we wash dishes. It doesn't take very long. I got 12 and a half more minutes on the brownies. Plenty of time to wash all these dishes, I hope. Hopefully go ahead and get the egg washed as well. Washing all these measuring cups up that just had something on them. Now, usually when I do this, I listen to music, but for the sake of y'all not being able to hear me, I'm not listening to any. Alright. is going to take a minute to rinse all of this. And there's still something on this, and I did wash this. I'm starting to think it's stained. Brownies are starting to smell really, really, really good. Got 9 minutes left. I'm gonna barely have enough time to finish all of this. So now we're going to go ahead and wash this big one first. Add some soap to this Bristol sponge. Getting the back of it. Alright, almost finished. We might finish just in time. Check out the bark again. Still unsure what my dogs are barking at, but that's okay. Alright. My rag out. We're going to use another rag to clean the counters off, everything. this trash. Here's how I do this. Tilt y'all down a little bit. I'm just gonna take one of those dirty paper towels. And literally just wipe everything in here. I'm gonna take one last paper towel. I'm gonna get it wet. This is not to clean it, this is just to get all of that chocolate powder off. Alright, this gets dumped. This gets rinsed out. Stuff to dry. All of my eggs get put back in the sink to be washed at a later time. We're gonna go grab a cleaning rag. I have 3 minutes left. We got a cleaning rag. We got a DIY spray. Got 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. It was at like 3:15, 3 something when I left out of here. We are finishing in just the nick of time. So this is the reality of baking. It doesn't happen with no mess, sadly. Okay, take this to the laundry. And now the kitchen is back to working order. And brownies are almost done. As you can see, everything is clean. I've got 2 minutes left here, and then we'll be done. So now, I've had y'all sitting over here. I gotta get the Q-tips, not Q-tips, toothpicks. I'm gonna get one out. We gotta check this. Nowhere near done. Just so y'all can see. Nowhere near done. Okay. So what we do is now we just wait until it's done. Once it's done, we pull it out, set it on the stove, and that's it. So that is the reality of baking. It does not happen quick, simple, and done. You don't just mix a bunch of stuff together and it's done. You have to, unless you know the recipe by heart, typically you are going to measure more when it comes to baking than when it comes to just following a regular recipe. It's really hot in here. So, although this says 20 to 25 minutes, 20 minutes is not long enough. Clearly, I'm going to add 5 more minutes to it once this dings, and that will be the end of that, hopefully. If it's not done, of course, you add more time, but the reality of it is anytime you cook, bake, do any kind of food prep in the kitchen, you are going to have a mess. And a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people in general, don't show that mess and the aftermath of it. So that's what this video was aimed for, just to show you the aftermath. It doesn't take that long to clean everything up. It's just a fact of doing it before the food is done. So when I'm cooking supper, I typically have everything done, and then I wash anything that food is not sitting in. Adding 5 more minutes to this. And once that's out, it will sit on the counter for about 15 minutes until it cools down, and then it will get transferred onto a plate. Sometimes I don't do that. It's just what I'm in the mood for. So that was it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the reality of baking. You have to clean. You can't just bake and not have a mess. It's gonna be a mess. And the aftermath of the clean is right there. This is what happens when you bake. You have to clean. And it stinks sometimes, but at the same time, you get food out of it. So yeah, if y'all want to see more videos like this, me cooking, cleaning, organizing, decluttering, whatever, I have DIYs, I do diffusers and everything like that. So if y'all want to see more videos like that, give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you want to, and hit that great notification bell, and you'll get notified anytime I upload or do a live video. Typically it's a live video just because I prefer them, and then I don't have to edit anything. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm really debating if I should just make y'all, or not make y'all, but like hold out so y'all can see the final result of the brownies, because I'm going to eat one as soon as they're done. That's what I do. So if you want to stick around, go ahead and just wait. But after that, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Okay, so for anyone who is still here, we're gonna hang out with my dogs for a second while we're waiting on the brownies to finish. This video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but that's the reality of baking, right? So my girls are already coming to me, so excited. So excited. Get out of my chair. Get out of the chair. Okay, so now I'm about to get attacked by dogs. Squirt. Squirt. Come on, Mama. There we go. So this one right here is Sophie, and this one right here is Squirt. This one. So we got Sophie. She's a little over a year old, and Squirt is going on 3. She's going on 3. They're my girls. There's a mama girl. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Mama loves you too. Mama loves you too. Oh, I need to clean this porch. Ooh. Gross. This is just from a day of them being on the back porch versus in the yard. That's because it was raining this morning. So that's gonna get cleaned right after I'm finished cooking. So these are mama babies. That's the mama girls. My baby. Thank you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. She had in my face. Up next. Okay. Hey, Squirt. This is my baby. She was our first. Really? Really? She was our first dog as a married couple, and we love her. We got her when she was 8 weeks old. She is a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. Take it down. Sophie. 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 Come here. Okay, Sophie, we got her when she was 36 hours old. She was literally this big. And I had to syringe feed and then bottle feed. She's a mama girl. She is a long-haired Chihuahua Japanese chin mix. And she was 4 days old, and I got offered $1,500 for her. But Mommy said no because Mommy loves her. Yes, Mommy loves her. In my face. It's a baby girl. Yeah, it's a mama baby. They are both going to get baths today. Oh, you ready for a bath? Is you ready for a bath? They both hate baths, but at the same time they love them because they know that it's to make them feel better and smell better. Okay, I gotta go check on brownies. So I gotta wash my hands. Oh, they're about to go off. Like 16, 15. Oh. Okay. Lather up some arms. I know, I hear you. Okay. This thing is getting mad, ain't it? Go ahead and get another toothpick out. My hands are still a little wet. That's alright. Okay, we're gonna stick toothpick in. Okay, they're about ready. So we're gonna go ahead and pull them out. Alright, so now that they're out and on the stove, this is what I do. I stick my toothpick in multiple spots. Oh, that part's not done. That part's not done at all. Look. Yeah, that part was not done. So, I'm going to touch the part that I just got all that off of. So this part has not been touched or anything. Alright, we're going to give it another minute in here. Literally 1 minute, and it should be good. I'm going to dry my hands off the rest of the way because they're still really wet. And I always wash my arms as well whenever I play with my dogs, especially when I'm about to cook, just because I don't want dog hair and stuff to get transferred into the food, because that's just, no, that's a no-no. So, this is almost done. And we get to enjoy, and they're gonna be so yummy. I'm so excited. I love brownies. So what I'm going to do is put them on a small little plate, and they'll be good. They will be good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and get the little plate out that I'm gonna put mine on to eat. I'm gonna fix me a small little glass of milk. I heard you. I'm gonna turn this timer off. I'm gonna fix me a small glass of milk. I'm gonna turn the oven off as well. So it's just gonna finish up about half a glass. I'm gonna grab a spatula. And here we go. So we're taking that brownie out for the last time. I'm gonna grab a really big knife just because it cuts so much better. And I'm gonna bring y'all closer because I realize y'all cannot see anything that I'm doing right now. Okay, so here we go. Putting my hand in here backwards so I can hold on to it. I'm just cutting this in 4s. It's never a good idea to cut brownies while they're hot, just so you're aware. It does mess them up just a bit, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and eat this. So here's what we do to do that. Use a spatula to rake all that goodness off. There we go. Just put a little bit on the plate. Yeah, this one. Okay. Now we're gonna try to get one out without completely tearing it apart. That's not gonna happen. Oh, it did. Okay. So we got the whole brownie. Awesome. I've never actually got the whole brownie off before. So now with the rest of the brownies, we are going to do this. Put them in here with no lid. I want them to be able to breathe. So again, just sticking this in here, sticking the brownies right on top so they can breathe. So now, before I can eat my brownie, I'm gonna go ahead and wash these off using the sponge. Take my sponge back out. That's what we did. So now we're going to dry my hands off yet again. I'm going to share this masterpiece. Well, not really share since no one can enjoy it with me. So we're just going to take a fork. I want to get a good piece so y'all can like really see. This is like really hot. But here's the brownie and the pecan just fell out. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. There's the pecan. Alright, so this end right here has no pecans in it. So that's weird. I absolutely love brownies. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my brownie. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next one. Bye guys!